Hey YouTube. I came across this article um the other day about martial arts online, and it was a very interesting article. And it's a 83-year-old lady in Mass, I think either Massachusetts or Arizona, one of the places, said that uh it was on worldwide news that she got a black belt from Chuck Norris. And she said that Chuck Norris told her that she was the one that inspired her to keep on training, especially the age that he is at now. Well, to me, good for that lady. It's never too late. This is how I see it. If you want to do something in your life, if you always wanted to do something that you want to do, and that, you feel like you're being held back on doing it, and, then you turn around and say, well, I want to end up doing this, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. And that's the thing. Most people nowadays, they don't really care. They don't care if they have any dreams they want to accomplish. They don't really care on getting their dreams accomplished. Me, I care. I care about my dreams because, right now I'm working on my house. That's my main dream right now is working on my house. And once I get that done, and once I get internet there where I still do my YouTube and everything, and still make sure I have money, I might join a dojo. I don't know yet. I found one in Eldon, but I don't know if they're still doing Taekwondo or not. And I kind of want to get back into, I call it Korean karate, because really, technically, Taekwondo came from karate. So, with it being in Korean karate at the early ages, pretty much, I just basically, I already got up to red belt, black belt in that system. And so, to me, it's like, why keep studying the system when you already know the system? But I just want to see on where I'm at in my training, see on how I progress, see how my sparring has gotten and everything. And that's the thing. I want to start testing my skill out. And I've been kind of craving sparring a lot lately, and I hadn't found nobody to really spar. So, other than that, I feel like, it doesn't matter what age you are, on doing something. It's never too late if you want to do it, even if it's self-defense. Most people say, oh, I'm too old because I'm in my later years on doing sports or doing sports or doing some type of physical activity. It don't matter what age you are. It's never too late to start whenever. If you want to do something that's productive and active, go for it. And people laugh at you for the first time, so what? Just keep on trying on what you're doing. Don't let other people know that you're afraid of what you're doing, because if you do, they're going to realize, okay, you're weak. Or you're scared. So don't show them that you're weak. Don't show them that you're scared on doing something. Because if they see that, then most people will try to take advantage of it. So if you're doing, like, let's say self-defense, for instance, and you go in for your first class, and you complain the whole entire time on what they're doing to you. Oh, they're just going to have fun with you. Every time you come into class, all the students know that you're weak. So they're going to have fun with you. So they're going to test you out because they know that you like to complain. They know you like to be weak. And they're going to consider you as being weak. And that's the type of people I don't like when it comes to martial arts training. And I don't like complainers. Most of the time, most people complain for nothing. They knew what they was getting into when they signed up. For self-defense. Self-defense is about staying in shape. In my book it is. Most people think they can just learn it overnight. Well, they're wrong. Only reason why that lady, back to that lady story, old lady story of the age of 83, when I came across that article last night, it just popped up on my phone. And I read about it. It was very interesting. She studied multiple other arts and martial arts. They said that she studied Aikido, she studied Taekwondo, she studied Hapkido, but other than that, she got up to black belt in all styles. And she even practiced Budo at her age. And which, that kind of shocks me more than anything. It's because, and this is how I see it too. And most people take old people for granted. Most people take, old people for granted because of their age. And they try to take advantage of them. Well, you never know on what these old people are capable of. And what they can teach you. So, if you see an old person struggling, for getting something, or struggling to pick up something off the ground, or struggling carrying something, go over there and ask them to see if they need help carrying. Hey, or even a person in a wheelchair. If they drop something, nobody else will pick it up for them, and they have to reach down and get it themselves. Just go over there and pick it up for them and hand their stuff to them. I said, every time I see somebody do that, it irritates me. Especially when it's people that, have a disability, physical problem, and they can't, walk or get up and get it. And the sad part of it is, it was a worker at a grocery store wouldn't go around the counter and pick it up for him. She just stood there and watched it drop, but yet she didn't pick it up for him. And I picked it up for him, and it was a picture of his daughter, and I said, "Sir, you dropped this." And that's all I did, and he thanked me for it, and he says, "You're about the kindest person that ever done that for me." I said, "Most people wouldn't come by and pick it up." I said, "That's not how I was raised." So, if the person like that needs help, help them out. And to me, it always pays good to be nice, but sometimes being nice doesn't really pay but most of the time being nice does, because you usually get what you want if you're nice. But I give props for that 83-year-old lady that got her black belt I guess, from Chuck Norris from his school for studying karate all of her life. And her granddaughter's going around, yeah, she got accepted by Chuck Norris and telling everybody that she can kick your guys' ass. Well, the thing of it is, I wouldn't be telling people that. Because there's always going to be somebody better, somebody faster. I wouldn't care if you had a black belt or not. And because when I joined Taekwondo, I thought I was the fastest one. Man, I joined karate at first at American Taekwondo Association. And I thought I was fast. But I realized I wasn't. Because when I went to ITF school and their Taekwondo instructor put me up with their best of the best of sparring, and I wasn't fast as I thought it was. And so that made me realize I need to get faster, I need to start training hard, and I need to start thinking a few moves ahead on what he's doing. And most of the time, martial artists, they only work on techniques. Me, I'm a little different in my training. If I'm off camera, I do a little image training. Basically training the mind. How like the samurais did it back then. Before they went into battle. And then turn around and win it somehow because they already knew on what their opponent was going to do. And that's called imaging because you keep playing their skills in your head on what they're going to do to you because you already know everything they do. And, well, I knew everything on what his opponent was doing to me, and when I was sparring, he was always like 5 moves ahead, even though he was like a 3rd-degree black belt. And I was a black belt at the time, but I had to start over in the system, so I was basically a white belt. But I already knew martial arts, and it was just like shit. And every night I got my ass whooped. So I learned right down there, always don't think you're better than everybody. Don't always think you're faster than everybody. Always learn from your experience. Because, as like I said, there's always going to be somebody faster than you. Watch the movie Faster with Dwayne Johnson in it. There's a part in there where this younger guy, he was working out, always worked out in the mornings in the movie, and he was a hired hitman, and Dwayne Johnson, at Dwayne Johnson, basically the dude got out of prison or something in the movie, and he went after the people that hired a hitman after him, and the younger boy couldn't keep up with Dwayne Johnson in the movie. And he's like, he asked him down the hall while he was shooting, saying, well, how in the heck are you moving faster? Well, he says, because I work out all my life, and another thing is that I don't take no days off. So, if you train hard, that's the thing. If you train hard, you get places. And if you don't train hard, you ain't never going to get places. So, get off your butts and train.